I'm wondering, 35 years is a lot of tax changes. Has it become a lot harder to do, or?
Well, for a long time it was paper and pencil work. It wasn't until the latter 1980s that the tax counseling program, the AARP, Tax Counseling for the Elderly program, was able to get us trained with computers. And that took a little bit of doing. But it's more a matter of learning the software. And people with a software background pick it up quickly, and those of us who don't have that background pick it up a lot slower. But I knew the tax laws that were relevant to seniors. So from that point of view, it really didn't get harder, except the federal laws kept changing. Every time I hear Congress talk about creating a new tax credit, for this group or that group to help lower their tax bill, the thought that goes through my mind is, oh, that means they got to squeeze in another line on the tax form, which makes it more complicated. There was a letter from the IRS, or the Massachusetts Department of Revenue, which are Greek. You say, what on earth are they asking me for? What are they telling me to do? So, real basic stuff. And so, I like to help people with that. I like to see them relax and say, oh, that's what it is. Now I think I understand. And you've helped me figure out what, if anything, I have to do or say. And putting people at ease is a big part of my life here. And it's something I'm comfortable with, and it's something, the subject of taxes can be terrifying to some people. So, because they only get involved with it once a year, and I'm doing hundreds of them a year in one way or another. And that's where I get an opportunity to explain the tax return to the client so that before they sign it, because I said, this is your tax return now, even though we as volunteers did it. We cannot sign it by law. So you need to understand the general idea. At heart, I'm a teacher. And at heart, I'm a counselor, a helper. One of the guys who works between Hingham and here in the tax counseling for the elderly said, you know what? I had a lot of fun here. And I don't think he was talking about doing taxes, but we're all together and we're all helping each other. It's very much a team, and that's an important part. There have to be rewards from doing this. You have to like to help people. So, and that was always the number one criteria for recruiting people to become tax counselors for the elderly. First and foremost, they have to care about people, and they have to be prepared to shift gears away from the formality of collecting and entering into the computer the data for the tax return, because we file everything electronically.